There are 4 zodiac signs that seem to have been born with an inner elegance that doesn't need explanation. These individuals don't have to try hard to charm anyone. They simply are. With a natural grace that seems to glide rather than walk, they light up every room they enter. Their magnetism is almost otherworldly, captivating people with nothing more than their posture, their calm gaze, or the way they hold a conversation. Without speaking loudly or seeking the spotlight, they effortlessly command attention. Their aura radiates refinement, and even the most subtle gesture is enough to leave a deep impression. These signs carry a silent sophistication that goes far beyond appearances. Their charm isn't loud or flamboyant. It's in the way they move, the words they choose, and the calm elegance that floats around them. It's the energy they bring into a space that sets them apart, almost as if they add beauty simply by being present. Some call it charisma. Others call it poise. But those who know astrology understand. It's a signature only a few zodiac signs possess. Their presence doesn't beg to be noticed. It naturally draws attention. If you've ever met someone who seems to embody grace in everything they do, you've likely encountered one of these signs. Their way of dressing may seem simple, but it's always tasteful. Their behavior is respectful, but never forced. It's as though they were born knowing the exact rhythm between elegance and authenticity. And it's not just about looking refined, it's how they make others feel. Being in their presence feels like stepping into a more harmonious version of the world. If this resonates with you, now is a great time to subscribe to Signs and Secrets, because we dive deep into the traits that make each sign powerful in its own unique way. Starting with the 4th place on this list, we find a sign that turns every situation into an opportunity for beauty. These individuals are the true artists of elegance. They sculpt their image with subtlety and care, crafting an outward reflection of the inner balance they seek. Whether in the way they dress, the manner they speak, or even the graceful flick of a hand, their refined nature is always visible. There's nothing exaggerated in their approach, just a quiet, thoughtful presence that elevates everything around them. Their fashion choices are never loud, but always harmonious. Their homes, serene. The conversations, balanced and intelligent. Everything they do carries an intention for peace, beauty, and emotional harmony. And what's most striking is how naturally all of this comes to them. It's not about trying to be admired, it's simply about being who they are. That alone earns admiration. They have an ability to transform ordinary moments into something memorable without even meaning to. Wherever they go, they're surrounded by admirers, not because they try to be the center of attention, but because their balance and warmth are magnetic. There's a sense of serenity around them, as though chaos can't reach them. And the grace they carry in their interactions often leaves people wondering, how do they do it? That effortless refinement, that poised social magnetism, it belongs to Libra. Now let me ask you something. Have you ever met a Libra who didn't seem composed, fair, and emotionally tuned to the room? If you have a story like that, or if you are a Libra and feel this deeply, comment your experience or even drop your birth date below. Say it out loud. Today I feel it. Today I can. We're just getting started. In the 3rd position, we meet a sign whose connection to luxury is undeniable, but never excessive. The kind of elegance they display isn't flashy. It's not about showing off. It's about depth, calm, and taste. They prefer timeless over trendy, classic over chaotic. Their steps are measured, and their energy is grounding. You feel calmer just by being near them, and that in itself is powerful. The sophistication of this sign isn't something they put on. It's woven into the very fabric of who they are. Their gestures are composed, their voice steady, and their words deliberate. Everything they do carries weight, but never aggression. Their beauty isn't loud, it whispers.
It doesn't demand the spotlight, yet it draws every eye. They're drawn to comfort, yes, but only when that comfort is paired with elegance. They don't just want to feel good, they want to feel refined. There's something about their style that never fades. You might not even notice what they're wearing at first, but later it stays on your mind. That scent, that watch, that subtle detail you overlooked becomes unforgettable. They don't chase trends, they create timelessness in their own image, and that's what makes them magnetic. Their charisma doesn't shout, it hums, steady and deep, echoing in the memory of everyone they meet. In conversations, they don't interrupt. They observe. They listen. They give you space to breathe while still holding your attention completely. And when they do speak, it's usually with a kind of gentle certainty, like someone who's already thought things through. Their presence is soothing, like a warm cup of tea in a cold room, quiet, calming, and surprisingly powerful. That's the gift of Taurus. They carry the kind of self-assurance that doesn't need to be explained. And perhaps that's what truly sets them apart. It's not the clothes or the surroundings. It's the way they value peace, the way they appreciate the small, beautiful details of life. They radiate a respect for themselves and others that you can feel without them having to say a word.
Now, if you've gotten this far, I hope you're enjoying the journey. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the like button. It really helps us share these insights with more people who resonate with this deeper understanding of the signs. The second most graceful sign brings something entirely different, not just elegance, but a touch of something mystical. There's a softness to their demeanor that feels like poetry in motion. Their eyes seem to hold secrets, and their presence wraps around you like water, gentle, fluid, and impossible to contain. There's a dreamlike quality in the way they walk, talk, and even sit. It's like they live in a world half here, half somewhere else. They might not even realize how enchanting they are. That's part of the magic. They don't try to be charming, they just are. There's something deeply emotional in their energy, something unspoken but always felt. You sense it in the way they look at people, in the care behind each word, in the music of their tone. It's a kind of presence that touches your heart before it even reaches your mind. They don't rush, they flow. They don't dominate a room, they envelop it like mist on a quiet morning. People feel safe around them, but also intrigued. You want to know more, even if they barely say anything. Their elegance isn't about posture or clothing. It's in their essence. It's in their soul. They are the silent beauty that lingers long after the moment has passed. When they speak, it's as if they're painting with words. When they laugh, it's like music that melts tension. And when they look at you, really look, it's as though they're seeing more than just your surface. There's something spiritual about it, like their presence comes with a kind of wisdom that can't be taught. That ethereal charm, that gentle enchantment, it belongs to Pisces. You may know someone like this, a Pisces who moves like a whisper but leaves an echo in your soul. Or maybe that's you. If it is, share your story in the comments. Let people feel the resonance of your experience. Write, "Today I feel it," or simply type your birth date to mark this alignment between your essence and the stars. But hold on, we're not done yet. There's still one sign left, the one that claims the top position when it comes to majestic presence and radiant elegance. A sign that doesn't just turn heads, but owns the space it walks into without saying a word. This final sign doesn't enter a room, they arrive. And when they do, everything changes. There's a shift in energy, a subtle hush, as if the environment itself is acknowledging their presence. Their confidence is undeniable, but it's not loud or aggressive. It's simply known. They move with purpose, as if every step is part of a dance they've mastered.
Their gaze is unwavering, not in intimidation, but in pure self-awareness. When they look at you, you feel seen.
There's no need for them to compete or prove anything. Their aura speaks for itself. Every choice, from how they speak to how they sit, feels intentional, not rehearsed, but instinctive. They are in tune with their power, and it shows. People don't just notice them, people gravitate toward them. Their presence doesn't demand respect, it commands it, silently. This sign embraces boldness without arrogance and elegance without effort. They understand how to elevate their strengths while still remaining deeply authentic. They're not afraid to shine, and they never apologize for it. Their magnetism isn't just about attraction, it's about inspiration. They make others want to rise, to stand taller, to carry themselves with greater pride. That's the power they carry, and it's real. Every movement, every glance seems to carry purpose. They wear confidence like a tailored suit. It fits perfectly and leaves no room for doubt. Their words have impact, and their silence even more. They're the kind of person who can walk into a space, say nothing, and still become the center of it. But not because they're trying to be. It's because they simply are. They are a natural leader, a radiant force, and often the unspoken standard for what it means to be confident, graceful, and unforgettable. Their charisma is a fire that never flickers. It burns steady, warm, and captivating. And that fire? That glow that seems to light up every space and spark inspiration in those around them, it belongs, without a doubt, to Leo. Leo doesn't need permission to be majestic. They are majesty. Whether dressed to impress or in their most casual form, they emanate royalty. Their self-assurance is not an act, it's a state of being. And while they might enjoy the spotlight, it's not what fuels them. What truly lights them up is living in alignment with their own truth and empowering others to do the same. If you've ever known a Leo, you know exactly what I'm talking about. They might leave your life, but they never leave your memory. Their energy stays with you like a flame that never fully goes out. And if you are a Leo, you already know. Drop your birth date or share a story below that proves how this resonates. Let others feel your presence too. Today, I can. Today, I rise. And now that we've explored these 4 signs, Libra, Taurus, Pisces, and Leo, it's time to ask, did your sign make the list? Or do you know someone who embodies this kind of silent, powerful elegance? Tell us in the comments. The more stories we share, the more we uncover just how deep and unique each sign truly is. Still here? Then you're one of us. You value presence, you value truth, and you understand that elegance isn't about impressing others. It's about expressing the most beautiful version of yourself. If this message touched something inside you, don't just walk away. Help spread this energy. Like the video, subscribe to Signs and Secrets, and turn on notifications so you never miss what the stars have to say about you.
But wait, there's more to this message than astrology. It's about self-awareness. It's about realizing that elegance, magnetism, and presence are not traits locked away in the stars. They're seeds inside of you, waiting to be awakened. Because the truth is, every sign has its own unique grace. Maybe yours didn't show up in this particular list, but that doesn't mean you don't shine. Perhaps your elegance shows up through your intellect, your loyalty, or the depth of your emotions. Maybe it's not about how you move, but how you make others feel safe, seen, or inspired. And maybe, just maybe, your charm isn't loud for a reason. It was never meant to compete, only to complete. The most captivating people are often those who are rooted in who they are, who don't seek to imitate the world, but instead align with their own inner rhythm.
The people who walk into a space and bring peace rather than noise. And guess what? That power, that essence, that light, it can belong to you too, no matter your sign, no matter your story. Elegance, after all, is not something you put on like clothing. It's something that radiates from the way you treat people, the way you carry your past, and the way you hold space for others to be seen. It's in how you express yourself honestly, in how you honor your truth, and in how you choose to show up, even when no one is watching. So take this moment to ask yourself, how do you show your light? Where in your life are you embodying grace, presence, and magnetism without even realizing it? The stars may highlight the signs most known for it, but the soul always reveals the real source of power. And that source is you. Now, if this message struck a chord deep within you, don't just keep it to yourself, share it, reflect on it. Comment below your story, your sign, or just the phrase, "Today I can," to remind yourself that this energy lives inside of you. Your experience might inspire someone else who needs this exact reminder. We're all here growing together, learning to see the beauty that's already within us. And if you haven't already, don't forget to like this video. It's a small act that creates a ripple, helping more people find messages that heal, awaken, and empower. Subscribe to Signs and Secrets for more insights from the stars and from the soul. And be sure to turn on notifications so you never miss a moment of this journey. Your elegance doesn't need to be loud to be remembered, and your presence doesn't need to ask for attention to be felt. The signs may offer us clues, but your path, your radiance, that's something only you can walk, carry, and claim. So go on, step into your light. You were never meant to blend in. You were born to leave an imprint.